Tonight, from Austin, Texas, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Armadillos taking on the Brooklyn Bulls.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rosen. He'll drop this down to Peterson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it a second down. Now it's Rosen. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 52 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Taylor. And again, he'll give it to Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for Gore on the ground last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
from just shy of midfield. Taylor, a gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. They go with a screen to Gore. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Taylor will throw. It's complete. It's Gore. Gore hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st down, it's Gore. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Rosen to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. That's complete to Sharp. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Rosen. Caught, Eifert over the middle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is Richard Sherman. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Taylor. He's got Gore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now Taylor. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they bring out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And now it's Rosen looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Rosen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Josh Rosen heading back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rosen will throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff for Gore. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Taylor. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Taylor. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Back to the ground game here. Gore. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Taylor, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Taylor's throw taken in by Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From just shy of midfield, Taylor, he finds his target, Ebron. And touchdown! Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos are able to add on to that lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From just shy of midfield, Rosen. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rosen on 1st and 10. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. Got his man. It's Eifert. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 27, Taylor. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. That was signaling a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the...
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now on second down, this is Gore. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Gore. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Gore. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Gore again here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Taylor. Short little throw to Ebron. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, and he whips that one incomplete there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Taylor will throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen has got his man Sharp complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Boston Scott, his first carry. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Scott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 1st down, Britt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 25 on 2nd down, Rosen, and it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now it's Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. They get the guard there, Lucas Patrick. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On second down, Gore at field. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Face mask, defense.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gore. Gore showing age. It's just a number. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now another carry here tonight for Gore. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is Connor running right, and he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Taylor will throw. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Rosen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go. It's Rosen on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Another carry now for Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on fourth and goal. You know what? I know it's fourth down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on fourth down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on fourth down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Completes it right side to Britt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Rosen on first down. Able to shake him off. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Britt's got it complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Austin, they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.